Uh,
Gotcha.
I'm doing this through Restream today. Oh, there are the number of people in, which are a solid zero. So that's always a
That's
good
fine,
sign.
man. Did you
Oh,
send out any invites or anything, or
what I do is there are a couple
oh, you
Facebook.
just stream it over to your? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I put a link up in. Well, I put a post in Instagram. I post on YouTube, and additionally, if I think of it, I'll post it on Facebook as well.
Gotcha.
Which I've got to wait until it actually starts to do that because I'd hate to post it on Facebook and it's an empty link. But
Gotcha.
hello, everyone that's here, and we've got Will from 607 Beard Care today.
What's
The
going
man
on,
himself.
everybody?
So
Figured I'd come on and hang out with Big Ken today and see what is popping with everybody. See how everybody's doing. I've been pretty quiet lately, so.
yeah, well, we were just talking about the COVID got you again.
A while ago, yeah, a while ago. I mean, I've just been quiet just because I've got a lot of other things going on and catching up, and I just wanted to, step back a little bit and kind of take stock of everything that's going on, and just yeah, you know.
I'll tell you, well, before we get going, I've always wondered, when did you start 607?
Oh God, man, exact date. I couldn't tell
I
you the
know.
exact date. Um, I've been in the community for around 7 years.
Oh wow.
Um, I was started making products going on about 5 years ago. For the first couple of years, it was just um, making it for myself and friends and family. You know how pretty much how every other maker starts out.
Yep.
Then I had some buddies like, yeah, this stuff is pretty damn good. And back then it was just oil and balm. Like there was no butter, none of that.
Yeah, no such thing.
And they're like, you should probably start. You should try selling this. You might be able to make a little bit of money off from it. So I was like, whatever. So I
Yep.
kind of selling it locally, this and that. And then I made the jump to set up a regular shop and did that. And it's just been, going ever since. So,
Yep.
it's just one of those things that, I really enjoy doing. And it went from something I do just for me and friends to, okay, me, friends, and then family, and then me, friends, family, and the local area. And then I started selling. Now I have customers in England. I have a couple customers in South America. So it's been fun, dude. It's been real fun.
Hey Dan. Now, if Nick H, this is kind of odd with Restream. Everything is kind of delayed. Hey Russ. Now, if you were to do it all over again, starting now, would you? With all the competition that's out there, and new company popping up every 5 minutes.
Would I do it again, or what would I do different?
Would you do it again in the current
In a heartbeat.
environment?
In a heartbeat. Most definitely, I would do it again.
Yep.
In a heartbeat. Main reason being is like I don't see this as work. Like it's not work for me. Like this is something that like I love doing it. Like I love making product. I love the whole process that goes into making product. I love everything about it. Like some of the best stuff I've ever made was been by accident.
Yeah.
I either messed something up on accident or I was like, okay, that's okay, but if I do this, I'm thinking it's going to do this, but then I do that, and then it went the total opposite direction. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. That's actually better than I thought. So it's just one of those things where, I mean, it really depends on what you're in it for. Like if you're in it to make a shit ton of money right now, I would not start a beard care company.
Yeah. Now, I don't think a shit ton of money is in the cards for a lot of folks. Yeah. But then again, what's that company that just got into? I think it was Target or Walmart. Bahawat. That surprised
okay, yeah.
That surprised the heck out of me. I thought they were just small batch, small. Not sure how we.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, man, is just being in the right place, the right time, having the right connections. You know, getting in touch with one of their buyers, putting it in front of them. You know, and then you just at that point it's just all crunching numbers, because when you're making product at that volume,
Yep.
and trust me, I mean that's volume. That's like you there. That is what I would call a big batch company at that point, because they're making thousands and thousands and thousands of pond butters. Like I couldn't even imagine that.
Well, and that's where I had always thought, and I don't know, I just, saw the reviews once in a while, didn't see an awful lot of, play on Baja Wat, and all of a sudden hear that they're in a big chain, that I always had the impression he wasn't one of those guys making a ton of product, and now all of a sudden it's going to be. I don't know.
Yeah, and then, but that could be, that could be it, and you never really know. Like me personally, like if I had somebody from Walmart approach me and say, "Hey, we've heard great things about your product. Can you get me some of it?" Of course, I'm going to send it to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then say they try it and they're like, "Man, this is really good. We'd love to offer this in our stores. What can you do?" I would probably freak out a little bit. It would quite literally, it would scare.
Yeah.
It would scare the shit out of me, Ken, because I mean, you're talking volume at that point. You're talking going from, ordering stuff in like butters in 5 pounds at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
To ordering it by the fucking pallet load. That's a different ball game altogether, dude.
Yeah, and you're talking different facility. All of a sudden,
Yeah, I mean, and at that point, it's tough, because especially like with me, it would be really tough for me to be able to do that, mainly because I have that, and I just saw a comment by Russ, big batch keeping, the small batch mindset, and owner involvement. And that would be my problem with a scenario like that, because I do have that small batch mindset.
Yeah.
When you're producing stuff at that level, that amount, I'd have a hard time. I'd be able to do it, but oh my God, I'd go crazy.
I've heard you say over and over and over again, you don't care how busy you get, you're going to make it the way you make it now. And that would be out the window.
Oh yeah, at that point, because at that point, don't get me wrong, I love doing this. And, when you don't start a business not to make money, do I make money? Yes, I do. But at that point, you're talking about 6 figures. Yep. And when you're talking about 6 figures, you're talking like that. That's something where I don't know. That'd scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Woo.
And just to Nick H asked where Kyle was, I decided to go off on my own, spread my wings, and try this streaming thing by myself.
Yeah. So, now, would I do anything different if I restarted everything today? Would I do anything different?
Well, you'd have to learn from little things here and there along the way.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing that I would do different is when I first started doing all this, I was very what's the right word here? Very naive in thinking that, everyone out there has your best intentions in mind. They don't. They really don't. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I'm not calling anybody out. Let's get that straight, okay? I'm not stirring the pot or anything like that. I think that's the biggest thing that I could tell any new company owner that's out there is just do you, and don't let anyone else tell you what you are doing is wrong. As far as if you think that you're making your product a certain way and that's the way it should be made, don't listen to what anybody else is saying.
Yeah.
That's your way. Do it your way. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Do you, make your product, and just be a good person and just stay in your lane and do you. You don't need to buy into this whole culture of, well, you've got to do what this person says and this person says, otherwise this person's not going to like you, and then that's going to forget about all that. Just run your company, make your product, sell your product. That's it. Just do that. That's probably the main thing that I would change is from the get-go. I would just do that. I'd be like, I don't care what anybody says. This is how I'm going to do it. If you don't like it, don't buy my product. It's that simple.
Yeah. And now you've got a new product out now.
Yep. You're talking the Evolution oil then?
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the Evolution oil was something that, I started making, the smooth butter came out. And that's when I first started messing around with Pukaki oil, Mammy Saputo oil. Fell in love with both of them. They are absolutely amazing for your skin, for your hair, many other attributes that come along with it. But I fell in love with those two ingredients. My main line, I went through a period where I changed everything, went and changed my main line up. And the main line, after I got it done, was black seed oil, avocado oil, meadow foam seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, merengue seed oil, sea buckthorn seed oil, and kiwi seed oil. That oil right there kind of changed my whole outlook on beard care, because that oil was designed from the opposite way than I developed it, any other oil. I went from the nutritional side of it, omega acids, fatty acids, different types of acids. I wanted to make it balanced.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that helped me do that was Bearded Horsepower.
You know what? I've been thinking about him lately, kind of curious. I thought about reaching out because he was out there strong for a while, and then just kind of, I had assumed that he just got busy and said, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, he got, real busy with his regular job. He runs like, I think 3 or 4 different car dealerships or something like that. So I understand that totally, but I can't give him enough credit for his knowledge on the backside of the product.
Yeah.
And he's used everything underneath the sun. But he really, pointed me in a good direction and opened my eyes to that side of making product. If you take something and get it nutritionally balanced on paper, what would that do when you put it in your beard? And I'm telling you, the first time I put my mainline oil, when I made that first batch of it, I put that in my beard. Like I showered, washed it, got out, got dressed. I put it in my beard, and within like 5 minutes, like I was like, I've never felt anything in my beard like this before. Like I don't know what happened, but my beard just like, it was literally like a beard orgasm. I put it in there and it was just like, oh my God.
Yep.
So from that, I knew I had something with that. And then I started making the smooth butter. And you were the first one to ever get the smooth, by the way.
I remember that. I think I won it on, or actually I didn't win it on Daniel the Bearded's stream.
No, I think, yeah, you won it there, but you were like, because I was like, you also get a smooth butter. You're like, what the hell's that? I said, I'll send it to you. Check it out.
Okay. Yeah. I remember at the time that I thought you sent it by accident, but no, that I love the smooth. In fact, I was gonna hold off to get the poured smooth, just because I use butters different than oils. I don't get every oil in every scent. I mean, every butter in every scent. I get unscented butter and I use it up, and I generally don't buy again until I need some more. Now I probably get about 20 butters, just getting them, people sending them, and it occurred to me I don't want to wait until the summer to order it, and I know I need it. So
gotcha. But yeah, like I said, I started making that smooth butter, and those two ingredients kind of changed the way that I made butters. Like that was the first whipped butter I ever made that after I whipped it, like it's thick enough to where it feels like a poured butter almost. It's right there in that area where it's kind of, but it is a whipped butter.
Yeah.
So then I got thinking, I was like, what if I added those to my main line and switched some stuff around on the main line as far as proportions of these oils, and added those two in? What would that do? So then I went through that whole phase of, it was probably 4 months or so, if not longer, because I kept teasing you with it, So yeah, when I get it, I'll I'm working on a new oil can. I'll get it to you as soon as I'm done with it.
Yeah. In fact, I remember I stopped asking because I was getting ridiculous. Every live
Yeah.
stream you did, hey.
Yep. And I started messing with it and changing stuff around and doing this and doing that. And then I finally got it to where I wanted it. And I put it in, and it was right around that time when I first came out with the poured smooth butter. I started using it, and I was like, damn, this is going to be something that, if a beardsman is looking for something different, but more importantly, if it's a beardsman that has a more mature taste as far as what product they're using.
Yeah.
If they're looking for something that, is a more exotic blend, but is also it's going to give them a different ride than they've ever had, I was like, this is going to work really well. And the results I got from it were stupendous. I
was talking to someone about Evolution. I guess they had tried it too. And they were saying that they didn't think someone new to, beard products would be able to tell the difference. If anything, I think it's a bit of as much as a beard oil can be drastically different from another one. I thought it was, the moment I put it in, I was like, this is different,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Those experienced beardsmen that have used a bunch of different products.
Yep.
Those are the beardsmen that I think that will enjoy the nuances of this oil the most.
Yeah.
Someone that's just coming in, the main line's probably where I'd point them, just because it's a little bit different of a ride, and it's not quite as I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just different. It really is.
Yeah.
And like whenever I put the Evolution oil in, it's like I put it in, and my beard, after I comb it out, it feels, for no lack of meaning, it just feels meaty. Like my beard just feels big and just thick and strong.
My experience was that it felt substantial, like dense.
Oh yeah.
It felt like you got a shot of steroids,
Yeah. And like when I first made that, I put it in my hand and I rubbed my hands together, and I was like, ooh, okay. I was like, I know that feeling. It literally feels like you've melted a butter in your hands. Like from the get-go, in my hands, I knew it was different.
Yeah.
And then I put it in, and I was like, damn, like that's okay. Let's see where this takes me.
Yeah, I definitely like it. One thing I've got to say is that with your products, I over the, however long it's been that I've been using it, I think I sometimes overlook the oils because I love the butters so much. That's just what stands out to me. And I was glad to get the Evolution, really just think about the oil and not, where's my
butter,
or where's my 50 cal.
Yep. No, most definitely, man. Because I mean, for the longest time, that's what 607 was known for, is butter. Like you said, beard butter, and 607 was mentioned in the top 5 every single conversation.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that, me personally, I kind of wanted to make that happen too. I wanted to bring an oil out that kind of took a little bit away from that butter, because a part of me was like, I make a really good oil, but it can be better. So let's focus there.
Because it's it's kind of in the shadow of its bigger brother,
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Now, Rage Scent. Western Ram is asking about Rage Scent. Is that yours?
Yeah. The Rage Scent was when I came up. It's the first in the Iconic series. It's Nag Champa, Bayberry, and Silver Oak, peppercorn spice, coconut, and campfire. This is one that it's basically, to me, it's like a California hippie with some spice, and just it's a good scent. I've sold a few of them. It didn't really take off because that was like right there at that time when I first had to shut down with the COVID thing, and I fell behind there. I got almost all the way caught up, got it again. I'm almost all the way caught up now. I do have some more a few orders that are still lagging to get out, which I'm hoping to get out by this Saturday. But overall, I think that Rage scent, once some people get it in their hands, it's definitely going to turn some heads. I think it will. The biggest thing is I've started to make more profiles that are blends and not profiles. When I first started, I kind of just stuck to just making scents, 3 or 4 things. You could smell each thing and so on.
Yep.
And I think that's the direction that I'm heading in with the company now, as far as the profiles. Is their majority of the new stuff that's going to be coming out is all going to be blends. And the biggest thing that I feel distinguishes the two is with a blend. Excuse me. You can see everything that's in it, but the biggest difference is you're not going to be able to pick out everything that is in that. And that's what a blend is. Because a blend kind of takes its own shape,
Yep. Yeah. Both sides of that equation are good. I like scents where you can pick out, especially when they're up to 5 or 6 things, and you get a little individual hint of each one. And then, of course, the ones where you can't pick out anything. Everything just combined to its own.
It makes its own thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, the master of that right there, and I don't think anybody is ever gonna question this whatsoever, is Bam, Jolly Old Fat Man. Like some of the stuff you see in his set profiles, you're like, no.
Yeah.
And then you smell it and you're like, God damn, that's really good.
Yeah. Western Rim here said he never heard of Silver Oak. Neither have I.
Yeah, I like playing around with different scent profiles, man. Different types of scents. I mean, the Bayberry and Silver Oak, it's got like this, almost like a Crunchberry, Captain Crunchberry type smell to it, but it doesn't smell like fake like that. But it's got that type of sweetness to it. But then that Silver Oak comes in, which is kind of, in my opinion, is kind of like an oud type thing, but it's not really stanky, but it kind of takes the edge off that Bayberry sweetness and kind of just mellows it out a little bit. So it's a very interesting smell.
Ian, okay, so which scent was this? Because you just mentioned 2 things that sounded.
That was a Rage. The Rage scent.
But I had the smoke in it as well.
So yeah, and that's got Nag Champa, Bayberry and Silver Oak, peppercorn spice, coconut, and campfire. So with this, like, you get that Nag Champa, that hippie type smell to it.
Yep.
And then you get the sweetness of that Bayberry in it. And then the peppercorn spice. If you've ever smelt peppercorn, it's like this. It's like a spicy peppermint, but not as sharp. And then you take the coconut in there, and that kind of sweetens it up a little bit, but it takes it more of like on a tropical type sweetness. And then the campfire just smokes it over a little bit. So to me, that's what I envision Rage Against the Machine to just, well, it's going to sound really weird to smell like.
Yeah. One thing I like about the way you do it, the way you took your time to come out with Evolution, as opposed to, I understand some companies want to improve constantly, but I don't really love it when I get an oil from a company 1 month and it's one thing, and then order something 3 weeks later and it's just constantly evolving. And I like the way you took the time to make sure when you finally get it out there, it was what you wanted, as opposed to putting out 5 versions as you honed in on where you wanted to end up.
Yep.
And that's only because I would hate it if I loved the 3rd rendition and that's only available for a week because it's already moved on to the 4th and 5th.
Gotcha. But I will give you an exclusive right here, Ken.
All right.
This isn't the final version of it by any means. There's still some work left to do to this puppy.
Okay.
But this is close to the final version of the new Evolution butter.
Oh, okay. And it looks like a whipped butter.
It is a whipped butter.
Okay.
It's definitely it'll bring you back to the days of the OG butter, kind of, in the way that it comes out of the jar. But it's got some thickness to it. And like I said, this isn't the final version, but this is the direction that I'm taking it. It's pretty interesting.
Yep. And I've got to tell you, you're not the first person that mentioned to me that your Evolution oil almost feels like a butter. I think it
Yeah.
was Stu from I forget the name of his channel. Enter the
Oh
Stu.
yeah, Stu. Stu's a good dude, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, he mentioned that, you know, when he put it in, he almost felt like he was applying butter.
Yeah,
You
most
know,
definitely. Stuniverse is what I call him. But yeah, that's the working version right now of the Evolution butter. So it's coming, guys. But this one, I'm definitely taking my time on it. I'm not rushing it. This is
Yeah.
one that, when it does come, it's going to be absolutely perfect. So.
And Western Ram is asking if you think CBD oils are dying. For me, they were dead on arrival. I was never that interested.
I mean, I tried CBD, and for me, it just, I mean, it worked. It worked, you know, okay, but I didn't have that bang effect that some people have gotten from it.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I would say is this: is if CBD really does that much difference to your beard and works that well, keep using it. There's always going to be somebody out there that makes it, because there's going to be that corner of the market that people want it because it works well for
to whoever's got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So do I think it's dying? I don't think it's dying. I think that it needs to be refreshed a little bit. I think that somebody needs to take that and really run with it and put a twist on it that no one's seen yet. Because let's face it, just taking CBD and throwing it in oil used to be able to do it. That's not going to cut it anymore. You know, you've got to find different ways to change it, to make it different. Like if someone came out with a CBD beard jelly, that'd be pretty badass. You know?
In fact, I forget who was saying it, but I've heard balm is dying, which I can see. I don't know that many people that still use balms as opposed to butters. But the big one that that whipped butters are dying, I guess from the business side of it, too many returns, too many people complaining, not getting it in that whipped, you know, the way it was sent. And
yeah, and I can see that, especially in the summertime, man. Like if you're shipping stuff to a warmer climate, like me, I'm up in New York,
yeah.
So up here I can ship to New York all the time, and I'm fairly decently good, you know. But if you're making a whipped butter that's very light,
yeah, it's not going to make it.
what I would tell you to do is either one, make sure that people are aware of that. Like this is going to show up your house melted. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
And this is what you need to do if it does come melted. Put it in your fridge. Let it set. Let it reconfigure. Let it get hard. After it gets hard, take a fork and whip the shit out of it. If you want it whipped, whip the shit out of it. I can't control the heat.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do for that.
And I just mentioned that I'm going to put an order in for the smooth because it's occurring to me that we're moving into those hot months. I don't like ordering butter in July and August. I just, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's real tough. Yeah. And or the other thing you can do, guys, is if you're a maker and you have a whipped butter and it's in the hotter time of the season, tell people, look, there's two versions of this butter. There's a summer version of it and there's a winter version of it.
Yep.
The summer version has beeswax in it. Gotcha. You know, get some beeswax in it to thicken it up. Yes, is it going to change the product? Yes, it will. But if that's what guys want, you got to do what people want to make them happy. Do I ever think that whipped butters are going to die out? Hell no. No.
In fact, I agree with Dan B here. Says he doesn't really care for the CBD products just because he never really noticed anything different. And that's the way I felt. I never could really tell the difference.
That's like with me. I mean, did it work well? Yeah, it worked, but it wasn't that, didn't get that bang that I was expecting. You know, I didn't put it in and it was like, oh my God, this is great shit.
And Western Ram is asking, do we think that emu blends are oversaturating the market? I would say
Two,
kind of, yeah.
yeah, I think they are because, I mean, it seems to be the trend that, you know, when someone comes out with something that's new or looks different, everybody's like, oh, I got to do that too. You know, I want to
Yeah.
make sure I can, you know, get, the more I make, the you know, more chance I'm going to get sales and this and that. And I mean, I understand it, man. Like right now, this month right here is probably the worst month I've had since I've started the company. Like this month has been atrocious. But I will say this, just because everyone else is doing something doesn't mean you got to join into that, because like this Rusty is the prime example. He's getting ready to launch his company. He's out of Ogdensburg. He makes that whip butter that I told you guys is tremendous.
Okay.
He's
Yep.
not doing oils. He's jerk. That's it.
He's not doing what? Oils?
He's not making oils. He's just doing butter. That's his wheelhouse. I said, you know what?
Wow.
That's actually a smart idea, man. Focus all your attention on that. Forget about the oils for now.
Yeah.
Stay. Don't even worry about oils. Just stay right there where you're at with this butter and sell it, because this will sell. It is a great butter. It's one of my favorites.
I mean, I would think a lot of people like, I don't buy combos very often. I don't want an oil and a butter in matching scents. I like matching anyone's butter I feel like matching with an oil, so I get everything unscented. If the butter is masking the scent too much, I just put a couple more drops of the oil in, you know, to
go from there.
Bring it back.
Yep.
And
yes,
especially for me, there are different oils that I want to use a different butter with. If I'm using a lighter butter, oil, I might want to use, was it East Coast? Is that a company? East Coast, Bearded Coast.
Oh, Bearded Coast. Gotcha. I know you're talking about.
I love his butter for the styling, so I'll match it up. There are other oils where I'll use a butter that's just nourishing with just tiniest bit of hold. So I want to mix and match my butters, but most people want that oil and that butter in the same scent. So that's the only thing I can see him running into is if he's got these scented butters, people are going to want the oils, I would think, to go with it.
Yeah, and he said the same thing to me, but what I told him is just make sure that you make a naked or natural profile. That's your answer to that question. Like if you don't want, if you want to, want it in a certain scent, but you don't want the butter in that, just offer a naked.
Yeah.
And then they can go get whatever scent oil they want from somebody else.
Yeah. 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 In fact, I'm with DNB. I think I've got one more usage of Magic City left, and then I'm out of emu oil. I've got none.
Gotcha.
Or I actually might have some from different companies that have started with some of their oils are emu, some aren't. I think I do have one other emu, but for the most part, all my Black Rebel is gone. All my Magic City is down to one use.
Gotcha.
Hey, Russ. Yeah, it sounds like you're never going to offer an emu blend, just not your thing.
Well, the Evolution butter does have emu in it.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna have some emu in that. So.
Yep.
But
I still prefer emu to ostrich. I don't know why. The ostrich makes your beard softer as far as I can tell, but I still like that consistency of the emu. That's what I dig. So besides the butter, anything new on the horizon or just
Yeah, I've been working on a side project now for like 4 months. I put a couple posts up about it. It is nothing to do as far as with 607.
Yep.
This is something that is it includes beard care, but it does not have anything directly to do with 607.
Yeah.
When I'm looking for content creators in the beard care industry, but I'm also looking for content creators through many other different aspects of topics. So if you guys are a content creator, and one specifically that I'm hunting for right now that I have not found the right person is, I'm looking specifically for somebody that is into tattoos, that is a tattoo artist that creates content that would be interested in taking that content, but taking it to a whole different level of play, like well above where everything else is right now. Let's just put it that way.
I've never seen a tattoo artist video, but I would assume there are a ton of them out there.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a ton out there, but it's got to be somebody, and this is what I've been telling everyone that I've been talking to about this side project that creates content. This is something that if you are not very, very, very serious or passionate about this, this is not for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that if you're interested in finding out more information about this, I don't mean to sound rude, but don't waste my time.
Yeah.
I won't waste yours. Don't waste mine. Like, this is something that you have to be all the way in on. Otherwise, it will not work for you.
Well, I won't be wasting your time, because as much as I'd love to be all in on this type of stuff, you know, making a living takes the #1 spot for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand that, man. Trust me. You know, and that's kind of where I'm going with this side project is, you know, I love beard care. I love making it. Am I ever going to retire off of it? Not unless I get a buyer from Walmart or Target or somebody that comes in.
Yeah.
But am I ever going to stop? Hell no. I enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
I enjoy making it too much. I enjoy the friends that I've made through it. The people that I've met. But this could be that thing that if it's done right by me and my partners, that could lead to that. You know, I'm 40. I'll be 45 in August. By the time I'm 50, if this works right and goes right, it's realistic to see me being retired by 50.
Wow. In fact, Western Ram said, "Now I'm curious as to what the idea is," because he's a tattoo artist. In fact,
well, I'm looking for other content creators as well, Western Ram. So if you like, what are your passions, brother? Like, what do you like doing? Do you like hunting? Do you like fishing? Do you like riding motorcycles? Do you barbecue? Do you know, what do you like doing that, you know, would be fun to watch, that would be interesting to watch? Let me put it to you that way.
Yep. Yep. There's definitely a whole range of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know,
oh yeah. Now, what you did say earlier. All right, gentlemen, have dinner with
have
my
a good
wife.
evening, Russ. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, indeed, Russ. I'm not a big balm guy. Not at all.
A big what?
Balm. Like, I've never really liked balms that much, because most balms that I've seen are real hard and they're heavy in the beard and this and that. I used to make one, and I do still make one from time to time for certain customers.
Yep.
But with that being said, I'm becoming a balm guy again from this company right here.
Now, is this the one you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
And what's the name of that company?
Man Junk.
Man Junk. I thought you were talking about somebody else, the butter only guy.
Oh, that's Rusty. He's from Ogdensburg. He's going to be starting his company here real soon. This is from somebody else. This lady right here, Marcy is her name. She's out of Ohio. I'm telling you right now, like, she calls this a balm, but I'm telling you right now, if you like a really thick poured butter, I'm telling you right now, Ken,
Now,
You-
if I named a product, could you give? Do you think you'd be able to give me an idea if it's in the same family? Uh, I don't. Have you ever tried Honest Amish heavy duty bomb?
yes, I have. Honest Amish is one of the like the OG companies
I, to me,
out there.
their heavy duty bomb is more of the thick bodied butter, to my mind, when I use it.
Yeah,
Would
and
this
that's
be along that line?
yeah, and I mean I'll kind of show you.
Yep. I'm leaving in trying to get a better look.
It's hard, like it's got some push, but it's soft when you put your finger in it.
Yep.
This consistency wise, like I said on my review that I did for it, this reminds me a hell of a lot of Dirty Snow
Got it. I've
from,
never
from
tried
Jolly
it.
Old Family.
Never
Like it's
tried it.
just got that thick yumminess to it. Like as soon as you put your finger in it, you're like, oh god, I know what this is gonna be good.
Yeah, in as far as that thick, gummy, heavy butter, the best example I could think of was Honest Amish Balm, which to me is really
Yeah.
butter. In how can we buy Man Junk if we wanted to?
If you wanted to do it, her site is manjunk.square.site. I believe she's on Facebook. I think it's Facebook where that is. I don't know if she has an Instagram or not, but here's the card if you could read it.
Yeah, I just tried looking it up and I'm not sure. Just putting Man Junk in doesn't work.
Square.site, manjunk.square.site. Like she just started doing this, and I'm telling you right now, she's got something special with that. That balm that she makes is, quite frankly, it's amazing.
Oop. Yeah, I'll try and find it because I'd love to try it. I've recently realized that I've outgrown balm. I just can't use it. My beard's too long for the rigidity that I get from a balm.
Yeah,
And
I think this will work really well for you, though, Ken. I really do. Like, and that was my biggest thing. Is a balm usually just makes my beard feel just all heavy and just
which was fine when it was shorter. But
yeah,
now
but when you get it longer, it's like
it needs to be able to be a little bit free in just
yeah,
to
man,
kind of
it's
keep it together, you know.
yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah, I one of my favorite bombs was Luxurious Bastard, and I tried it a few days ago, and it just
It's
doesn't
not
work
the same.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the same. Yes, indeed, man.
The only way it could work is if I put it throughout my entire beard the way I do butter, and then I don't want that either, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
So, and it looks like Western Ram was trying to give us a link.
Oh, to Manjunk.
I think so.
And if you get this, Ken, she makes a scent profile that's mahogany apple. Oh my god.
You would tell me about that, and
Oh my god.
you know what? Oh, fine, I'm gonna find it.
I am telling you right now, dude. It is such a simple profile. 2 cents, but you put those together, and I'm telling you, the baby that it makes, I could smell that all week. I could wear that scent profile.
Now, what did you say? Man.junk?
Manjunk. So manjunk.square.site/.
Because I'm thinking I'll put it in the.
And it's, of course, https://, then Manjunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, she makes a hell of a product, and I'm using her oil right now. In the same scent, that mahogany apple.
That was
And
my
her,
next question. If she does oils.
yep, she does an oil, she does an oil, she does a balm, and she does a poured and a whipped butter. Both of those. I haven't played with those butters yet, but her oil is sweet almond, grapeseed, avocado, broccoli seed, sunflower seed, argan, jojoba, castor, vitamin E. Thus far,
There's the link.
I'm pretty impressed with her oil too.
Yeah.
Overall, like it's good.
which leads me to a question for you. Did you at some point have avocado in your main blend and then took it out?
It's always been there in my main line. Like my main line oil is black seed, avocado, meadow foam, pomegranate, meringue, sea buckthorn seed oil, and kiwi seed oil.
Okay, because and maybe it could have been just a misprint on a bottle, but I took a bottle from when I purchased a long time ago compared to a bottle not too long ago compared to the Evolution, and there was a difference. And
Yeah, that might have been from a long, long time ago, or it might have just been a misprint that I accidentally sent you. But it's always had avocado. I'm a big fan of avocado oil. Love
okay.
it. Avocado oil is sexy.
Yeah. Well, I forget which one, or I think one of the newer ones that I got didn't have it listed. It could have been a misprint on the bottle.
Could have been.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely try out this. Wow, that butter does look good in the picture on the website.
It is. It's good, dude. I'm telling you, the butter's nice. Like I said, I haven't used the butter yet in beard, but it's nice. It really is. I'm very, very, very impressed with the product that she's putting out, especially for being like a brand new company that's in its infancy. This is one of those companies where with with the balm and this oil together, I'm telling you, this is this company right now for somebody that's just starting. You need to keep an eye on this company, because I'm telling you, she make good shit.
And is that a 1 ounce canister of the?
Yeah, she sent me a 1 ounce. I don't know if she does 2 ounces. This is a 1 ounce balm, and this is a ½ ounce oil that she sent me. But like I said, that balm, easy out of a 10. That's an easy probably 8.5.
And I'm looking on her site, and I'm not sure I see the one you were talking about. There's a teak wood, and there's a sexy vanilla and teak wood blitz, and that's it.
Yeah, this one it says mahogany apple. I don't know if she changed it. Worst case, just contact her and see what she could do, because it's an awesome scent, dude. That's the one I would tell you to get.
Yep, that's the one that it sounds like it's for me. And what have we got down here in the chat? And I did put the link to her site. That'll get you right there.
That's it. Yeah, show her some love, guys. Like, she's making hella good products, and I won this in a random like giveaway on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I won. No butter in the mahogany apple.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't see it. I was looking at the probably looking at the butters or bombs. Yep.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, there's the oil.
Yeah, there's the oil, and like I said, she does make it in a balm. So worst case, if you don't see it there, just send her a message and see if she can make it. But pick this balm up. I'm telling you right now, this is not your normal balm. This is gonna, in my opinion, this falls into that really thick poured butter category. But that's what I love about this industry, is everybody makes stuff that's different. Yeah, they're taking stuff's much different.
And they do have it in the balm, but the balm is in a different container than you were showing. What you have,
yeah, like I said, this right here is what she just sent me for the giveaway.
That's the butter.
This is the balm.
Oh.
The butter, I got it in like a little small, ½ ounce.
Got it.
But she does make it. So, but get a hold of her if you want that scent. I think that's she can make it. Just tell her that when you get a hold of her, just tell her that I sent you guys. I'm not getting anything out of this, in case anybody wants to know.
Just so she knows who's from the word for
it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, like it's check it out.
Now,
you will not be disappointed.
I was wondering, now, do you ever plan to leave Etsy? Or, I mean, I can see the benefit of it. You don't have to worry about someone's credit card getting ripped off because of you, because your site got hacked and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll always have Etsy, just because it's worked real well for me.
Yeah.
Now the thing with Etsy is you guys got to understand is they are not cheap when it comes to their processing fees. You know, it's like 6%. You know, so it can be a little crazy. You know, after once you start looking at everything month over month, you're like, God damn, man, I'm losing like a lot of revenue. But
Yeah, yeah.
Etsy's well known. It's one of those things where it's definitely a trade off, but it's well known, it's secure, and it's worked for me real well. And it comes with all the tools built in. So I'm willing to sacrifice, 6% to be able to offer a coupon code as soon as I set it up, because it doesn't cost me anything to set the shop up.
Yeah, yeah.
Where these other platforms, they charge you for that. That's extra.
I'll tell you, I was already being careful. I mean, I can show off my credit card number because this card, I just canceled it about 3 hours ago. Made the mistake of letting somebody else in the house buy something, and I didn't want to do it. And I had a feeling that my card would get compromised. I'm super careful with my card now. PayPal for everything,
Yeah, I went through. I'm going through that right now, where I got hit for a lot of money.
I didn't get hit for a lot.
Oh, this was substantial.
And I caught it before it had even completely processed. It was like $232. But
I wish.
I don't check my bank account every day. For some reason, I did today, and there it was, pending transaction from Enterprise Rent a Car, and I rented a car 5 months ago. So
Oh boy, fun times.
I don't think it was Enterprise. I think it was just someone using that name so it would look legitimate.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to give that oil a try. I mean, nothing. I don't see anything wrong with that blend.
No, it's really good. I like that she. And I love the fact, absolutely love the fact that she has grapeseed in this.
Is she the type that she gets the right kind of grapeseed?
In my opinion, for using this oil, yes.
Okay. I remember talking to an owner, and he kind of admitted that when he first started, I wasn't using the good grapeseed.
And that's the thing, guys, is don't, especially for newer guys coming into this that have never really used products very much. You're going to watch a lot of YouTube videos. You're going to see a lot of stuff in the past that talks about grapeseed being so awful and this and that, blah, 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 blah. I'm calling bullshit on that right now. Grapeseed is a great carrier oil. Does it have a lesser shelf life? Yes. It all comes down to where the maker sources that grapeseed at. If they're just going on Amazon and buying the cheapest shit that they can find, not good. But if they're actually buying something that's a grapeseed that is a little bit more up the food chain, that costs a little bit more, then you're good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are nervous about that chemically extracted grapeseed as opposed to cold press.
Yeah. Yep.
And
I get that.
It does have a super short shelf life, which
Oh yeah.
In fact, I just went through all my oils 2 days ago. I bought one of those curio cabinets.
Yep.
I just got sick of not being able to tell what the hell I have. And I went, as I was stocking it up, I checked everything I had. And I think I came up with about 12 bottles that had gone bad. I came up with 4 or 5 bottles that I forgot I even had, and
yeah. Yes, indeed.
I'll tell you, Emu was one of the ones that didn't have such a good shelf life. I had quite a few that went nasty bad. Yeah, I love grapeseed oil.
Yeah, I love it too. Grapeseed's a great carrier oil. It really is. Like, to the point where, like, in my original butter, like the one that put me on the map as far as butters, my original whipped OG butter, they had grapeseed in it, and that was one of the first majority oils that are in that. And that butter is phenomenal. That butter, in my opinion, that butter is better than a lot of the butters that are on the market now. Like, it's just like, if you're looking for a butter with no hold, that original whipped butter from 607 is tremendous.
Yeah,
it really is.
I will tell you, I can see why a maker would get rid of it. I mean, why? I can see not wanting to deal with the hassle of people questioning your product just because it's there.
Yeah, man.
But,
Like
but
it's
hats
one of
off
those
to those
things.
that leave it in there.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, and I probably, I'm gonna say it because that's just me. And people have heard me say this in the past, and again, this is not me trying to stir shit up, or let me say this very clear to people. Not me trying to stir the pot or be a troublemaker. I'm so sick and tired of that shit. It's not even funny. When certain things are said by people that people follow, it's partly on the person that says it, but it's also partly on the people that hear it. Like, you have to listen to these guys that have been doing this for a long time because they do have a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah,
They do. Absolutely. But at the same time, don't follow blindly into that light. Like, look at things yourself, do the research yourself, ask the questions. And the problem is that grapeseed has was it was taken out of context that it was a bad oil. So what happened is all these people that used it in their blend, all of a sudden everyone stopped buying it because it had grapeseed. And there were actually companies that literally shut their doors because they weren't getting sales.
What, grapeseed sellers?
People that were using grapeseed in their blends.
Okay, we're all of a sudden not getting any sales. Got you.
Yeah, and that's not on and I'm not saying that is on the influencer. What I'm trying to say is this: listen to what influencers have to say because they have that wealth of knowledge. Listen to it, absorb it, ask around, but also at the same time, don't just follow blindly. Like, do the research yourself, and then on top of that, does that product that has that in it, does it work well for your beard? Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, the best influencer you will ever come across is sitting right on your goddamn face.
Good point. I've got to ask though, I saw the video or videos about grapeseed. I didn't think they were negative.
But see, some people did. They just heard grapeseed and then it had a bad shelf life, and they were like, "Oh God, no, I can't do this. I gotta stop using it."
I mean, from what I remember, the video was grapeseed's a great oil.
Yeah,
it is sometimes not as great when it's chemically extracted as when it's cold pressed, and it has a short shelf life. But beyond that, it's a great oil. And so I'm kind of surprised that grapeseed got a bad rap from that video because I thought that video was pretty pro grapeseed.
Well, it wasn't even that video per se. It was after that video and all oh my God, it's got a bad shelf life, so we can't, blah blah. It's like, stop, man. Does it work good on your beard? Yes or no? If it does, awesome. Keep using it.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, with shelf life, I'm very, very quick to call it quits on oil. I went through all my oils, except for ones I knew I only purchased within the last 6 months. And I had some that were on, kind of right at that level where the scent was, from what I remembered, a lot lighter. And could I maybe smell a little bit of it going rancid? And it could have gone either way. And I've still got about 3 or 4 to pull out of my case, where I said I don't want to throw it away yet.
No, most definitely. No, I get that, Ken. I do. I really do.
Gary says, I like grapeseed. Good feel in my beard. Hey, I love grapeseed.
Yeah, grapeseed's a great oil. It really is. You just have to watch out. I mean, you'll tell, like, especially once you've been doing it for a while and using the product, you'll be able to tell if it's a grapeseed oil that's been sourced right or not. You'll know.
I mean, will you if it's mixed in there with 5 other oils?
Depending on where it falls in the blend, yeah, you could.
Yeah. I mean, and I've got one that wasn't sourced from the right place, and it feels great in my beard,
Yeah. So I mean, it really is. It's
the owner told me, by the way, when I was doing that, I really, made the error and was not getting it from a good place. And I was like, stuff feels good to me,
Yeah.
I've got no problem.
Yeah, man. It's all in the eye of the beholder. And that's the key thing is, guys, trust your beards. Trust your beards. Try a bunch of different companies. You'll know what you like and what you don't like. Pay attention, what people are saying, of course, but just don't follow blindly. Don't just follow that because that's what's being said. The best device you have is on your face. I mean, that's the best advice I can give anybody.
I'll tell you though, in something I really get a kick. I might be trying out an oil, wear it for a week or two. To me, I really get a feel for it when I go back to it, maybe 3-4 weeks later. And I might have a slightly different experience. Something that I wasn't thrilled with might, all of a sudden wake up and say, you know what, this feels pretty damn good. What the hell was I thinking?
Exactly.
Bearded Joey
exactly.
Hookham. Now this guy's got a hell of a beard.
And Bearded Joey Hookham? Yeah.
Evolution blend is epic. I'll tell you. There aren't many blends I put in my beard where I say, wow, this is different. This is much different. And this was one of them. Though I don't know how I got it messed up from our conversations before I got it, but I was expecting something completely different. A bit heavy, thick oil that was going to leave a big. I think you even warned me, like, be expecting a coating. And then I had it on. I'm like, I'm wearing a later oil today, and I've got more of a coating coming off on my hands than I did with your Evolution. It really, my beard.
It really absorbs well. It does. It really absorbs well. It makes your beard feel real thick and just big. The one thing that I did find from Evolution that surprised me the most is like and this is the only time it's ever worked like this, is I've actually done it where when I first started using it, I just used the oil. I'd put it on in the morning, wouldn't have to refresh it at all. My beard felt fine. I'd sleep, wake up in the morning, run a brush through my beard, and be like, you know what? I don't need to put anything in my beard. I feel good. That's the only time that has ever happened with just an oil is with this blend.
Yeah, in fact, I remember, I haven't tested that out in a long time, but some time ago, there was one that did that to me, and I don't remember who it was, what it was. It could have been the Smooth. It could have been something else.
Yeah.
But that feeling of getting up, and I don't have to do anything. I just, brush it out and it's ready. It might have been the Smooth, but I can't remember. But
it very well could have, man, because that smooth whip butter for me was like game changing. Like that butter is just, I'll say it, in my opinion, it's one of the best in the industry.
Yeah, I'm dying to
Hands down.
I'm dying to get the poured blend.
Poured's good too, and actually, Hookham Joey Hookham was one of the first guys to actually get the poured butter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the first guys to ever try it.
Yep. Yeah. And now, Will, I usually try and cut it off at an hour because Tyler from Woolly Wizard does beard oil roulette. I try and be respectful and not step on his hour.
Yep.
And I think we've got a few people that took off to go there because we're down to 5. And what have we got for messages? Bearded Middle Chef, good evening.
What's up, Mr. Henson?
Poured blend is top notch. Yeah, Joey, I haven't tried the poured yet. I love the whipped smooth. There was a part of me that was never going to bother getting the poured because I love the smooth so much, but I've got to give it a shot, especially with the warm weather coming.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good butter.
Well, guys, for anyone that came in, I really appreciate it, and Will, really appreciate you coming in.
Anytime, brother.
I'm glad it wasn't on location because I had to live up to your demands for a live stream.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. Every time I try to use StreamYard with somebody, it just doesn't work.
So if it was on location, you were in the green room, would you be demanding certain caviar or?
No.
That was my attempt at a joke.
If you had bourbon there, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be on Ken's show a lot.
But I'll tell you what, I was really nervous about using this restream because I was just getting the hick of getting the I can't
The
even
hang of it.
the hang of using the other one. But this is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, like this hasn't hiccup once for me. This has worked perfect. So
it's nice to have another option.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Ken.
In this one,
yeah, I mean the biggest thing, the last thing I'll tell you, because I know we're getting off here. The only thing I would tell you guys about with 607, is when you like, I am a true made to order company. Like nothing sits and then I fill an order. So don't expect, within 2 days to have your product out in the mail. It's just not going to happen. If that's what you're looking for, don't order from me. Not going to happen.
It's not sitting on a shelf waiting to go.
Yeah, I mean, it takes me anywhere between 7 to 10 days to get it ready to actually package and then put in the mail. So when it's been 1 week, there's a good chance that your butter still hasn't been made.
In fact,
because I'm still filling butters from the last week.
Yeah,
and that's yes.
Aldemir is asking about the Mammy seed. He thought that no one really knew about it unless you were from the Caribbean.
I do a lot of research on like obscure oils and stuff like that, and I was looking at Mammy for a while, and I actually found a woman that goes to South America, and she actually gets it from like the producer of it. Like they harvest it, make it there, and then she gets it. So that's where I get mine. But Mammy Saputo has been used for hundreds and hundreds of years by indigenous tribes down there and just the people from South America, and it's a great oil. Like
one thing, I've got a question for Aldemir. Is there any chance I'll see this fruit in my supermarket? Around here, we've got Stop and Shops, and they have a fairly good produce section. They have different kind of odd fruits from time to time, and I'm going to make it a point to look for this one. Aldemir mentioned that it is delicious.
Yes, so, I've heard that. And it's actually an oil that comes semi-solid at room temperature. Like if it gets cold, it hardens right up.
Yeah, you mentioned in something I did is shake the heck out of the Evolution.
Yeah, because the oil, the Mammy will separate
anywhere. Yeah. Well, it is spring, summer.
Yes, indeed.
But I was hoping Aldemir would be able to tell me, but let's see what he said. Latin open market. Then I'm in business, because I know we're a bunch of I know a lot of Latin people. I was married to a young lady from Peru, so I've got a wide range of people I can ask if they can find this for me.
There you go.
But Bill, again, I really appreciate you coming on. Very much appreciated. Love the new product, the Evolution. You guys should try it. It's definitely different. If I can say nothing else, if you're the type that pays attention, you're definitely going to notice a difference with this oil. So
and that is the blend right there for the Evolution.
In fact, I was wondering, am I pronouncing Mammy seed correctly?
Mammy Saputo is the way I pronounce it.
Okay. And the other one is Prakachi.
Prakachi oil, yes. Prakachi. There's two different pronunciations for the same thing.
One with the X, one with the CH.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, folks. Much appreciated you guys showing up, and especially you, Will, for coming in.
Anytime, Ken.
We'll see you all on the next one.
Take it easy, man. Enjoy.